Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive videoscopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of June 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Now, as we begin the month, we are in a period between eclipses. And I've been saying to all the signs, the veils between the worlds are especially thin now. It's easier to recognize your spiritual lessons playing out. Some of them can feel very powerfully karmic to you, and especially to you now, given that we are moving towards a solar eclipse. That solar eclipse takes place on the 10th. That will bring eclipse season to an end. But this eclipse is taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with looking at what's underneath the surface. It has to do with looking at the truth of your feelings or the truth of a situation. It has to do with profound and meaningful transformation within yourself, within your life. Now, another layer of understanding of this part of the sky has to do with what is happening in terms of your ability to access resources. So your relationship to financial institutions can be covered here as well. So when we have eclipses, events can feel fated. They can feel karmic. And normally a solar eclipse can feel as if it brings new possibilities, new perspectives, and new opportunities out of nowhere. However, right now what we have is a retrograde Mercury meeting that eclipse in the sky, close in the sky to that eclipse. So what that suggests is that as much as there is new information, it isn't completely new. Chances are it is related to something that's already been looked at, already been discussed, already been considered. It's just that now you get another look that feels remarkably different. It's just that now you have another conversation that furthers what took place before. And it is now that the information that does come, the conversations that do happen, make a big difference. Mercury is retrograde, so all may not necessarily be clear. Things can change once Mercury goes direct, and yet with the power of a solar eclipse, you are on a brand new path. And that brand new path is going to be defined by you being more deeply honest with yourself. That really is key here, because it is in that honesty that you find authenticity. Whether that is the authenticity of what you feel and how you are going to change your perspective so that you can feel things and connect to a sense of self that empowers you much more. Whether this is psychological honesty that lends itself to profound change, or whether it is that you are understanding this time as one where you are, on the one hand, welcoming something new, but also allowing a closure to take place, consciously closing a chapter so that you can release your energy and feel a sense of fresh energy come in. Now, as I said, financial institutions are covered here, resources are covered here, wealth is covered here. So whether that's emotional wealth or spiritual wealth or financial, it does come into focus at this time. And this is an energy of abundance. This is an energy of opportunity coming back around. So if it is that previously a certain source of prosperity didn't work out, now you may figure out the right documents to submit. You may have another meeting. You may have another look. You may look at where it is that you do qualify. You may submit an application again. These are the types of scenarios that are possible here. But ultimately, the universe wants you to understand that you are well provided for by a generous universe. And where it is perhaps that previously you got a no, now with this Mercury retrograde conjunct a solar eclipse, you may just get a different answer that you like very much. Where it comes to matters of love, on the 2nd of the month, Venus is going to move into fellow water sign Cancer and be there right to the 27th. I think you will love this energy. It is so beautiful. With Venus in your own element, love feels like it's that much more accessible to you. Venus is moving into a very worldly part of your sky, big picture part of your sky. So this becomes a time when you are taking into consideration what your philosophies around love are, what your vision around love is, what you think is a more idealistic type of love. This may come into focus for you now. But also what this does is it expands your sense of options. It makes the world available to you in the context of love. If you are open to meeting someone new, you may end up connecting with someone this month who is very different than you have known before. This may be somebody whom it is that you connect with online, very possible with the energy this month. But of course, if you're connecting with people online, you want to strive to stay as grounded as possible as you walk this time. But all else being equal, connecting with people of different cultures, of different ethnicities, of different religions, in some way they represent the opening of the world to you in a way that I think you will love. For those of you just starting to date somebody, this can be learning more about this person's worldview or sharing more of yours in a way that feels especially amiable or feels as if it brings the two of you closer together. There's a desire for adventure with this as well, so new experiences may be on the horizon. I do want you to be a little bit mindful as we navigate later into the month, especially around that full moon energy. That is when we're going to have Venus stand across the sky from Pluto. That is a moment of truth, a moment of honesty as to whether or not something that you believe or they believe ends up being a deal breaker or not. Now, what you learn will either have the two of you bonded closer together or will have the two of you going in a different direction. For those of you in an established bond, I love this position of Venus because it opens up the world in some way to the two of you. It opens up a spirit of adventure, and adventure will be calling both of you now. Now, whether that involves travel or new experiences right where you are, there is a desire now to do new things together. And that alone strengthens a sense of happiness and enthusiasm. This is a lovely placement for the two of you to feel like you are growing closer together in joy and in love. As we navigate to the 24th, that is when we will have this month's full moon. This full moon will be taking place in a communicative part of your sky and is speaking in harmony with Jupiter. I love this energy for you. On the one hand, this could be good news. It is going to be on the 21st that Mercury goes direct. It is going to be under the light of this full moon that we have one of the most fortunate days of the year. This is the Sun speaking in supreme harmony with Jupiter, Sun in fellow water sign Cancer, Jupiter in fellow water sign Pisces. You put this together and this does suggest that this full moon does represent news that comes that brings with it elation and happiness for you now. Siblings, cousins, and neighbors are covered here also, so there may be some developments that bring great happiness that have to do with what's happening in their lives, but bring you a sense of warmth and happiness for them and for you as well. What I love about this month for you, well, I am going to say I do love Venus moving into fellow water sign Cancer. That's a lovely energy. I love that under the light of the full moon, we're going to have Jupiter Sun trine. That is a very fortunate energy, and you will be able to tap into it better than most. And I do love that we have this beautiful full moon energy late in the month as well, which brings with it very good news for you. It looks like this can be a month where there are big changes and profound honesty. Even when it's hard, you are open to and willing to and able to look deeply at yourself. And that alone can facilitate profound changes for you. And yet at the same time, there's every reason for lightness, for joy, and genuine, meaningful happiness as well. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Superstars get expanded exclusive videoscopes each and every week for each and every sign, plus access to a live full moon party with me online every single month. Higher tiers get you things like unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.